make sure it wasn't a mistake.
Hi, everybody. Sorry that I was interrupted. We were looking at this case of Colby Richards. He's a Texas dad of two, gone missing, basically without a trace. Search is being called off for him. Why? Because police say there's no viable trace of evidence that he's disappeared into the woods around his house. There is lots to be learned here in this case, and it's a very, very strange case. So just in case you're just joining us, I'm going to let you know a little bit about this case right now, and then we're going to do some diving because it's very strange. Okay, so let me pull this over here. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. So here we have the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office ended its search for missing Woodland resident Colby Richards, who disappeared early Friday. The family is in contact with the Dickinson-based Texas EquiSearch to try and continue search efforts through the weekend. The sheriff's office began searching for Colby on Friday after his wife, Callie Richards, reported him missing. But the sheriff's lieutenant, Scott Spencer, on Wednesday said his office had no viable information that Colby Richards was in the woods near his house on Musgrove Place, which is south of FM 1488 and west of Texas 242 in the Alden Bridge neighborhood of the Woodlands. The Montgomery County Sheriff's Office used extensive resources to search for Colby Richards, including partnerships with multiple agencies like Texas Department of Public Safety, Texas Rangers, Montgomery County Search and Rescue, and said they have repeatedly deployed resources that range from ground foot searches to drones to ATVs, horses, helicopters, even fixed-wing aircraft and canine units to countless other technological assets. While extensive search efforts have not been successful, the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office continues to investigate his disappearance. He was last seen wearing a t-shirt, black shorts, and gray Under Armour shoes. But that's, in and of itself, how do we know that when you listen to what his wife says? He is 6'3". He weighs 195 pounds, blonde hair, and blue eyes. His cousin, Allison Fox, is representing the family and said her family is continuing to organize search efforts with volunteers. There's also a Facebook page that has been set up, which is called Help Us Find Colby Richards. We're going to look at that, okay, because there's stuff in there, weird stuff. On Wednesday, the family asked anyone who might see Colby Richards not to make contact with him and call 911. Richards would have been getting ready for work Friday morning when his wife woke up and couldn't find him in the house. After checking the backyard, she said she noticed the gate was open, which was unusual. And the couple have young children and pets. A water bottle belonging to Richards was found at the entrance to a trailhead, but Richards did not leave the house with his keys or cell phone. Richards is a former baseball player, part-time private baseball coach. He is known to go for walks and meditate, his wife said. It's been an emotional few days as information about the couple and Richard's disappearance has spread across social media. She said the family is desperate to find him and is sharing all the details they have. What's frustrating and what is fueling the online speculation is there's so little to go on. Allison said on social media alleging his wife was not being upfront with law enforcement. There is so little to go off of, and we are so desperate to find something that would give us more of an idea of where to work. Anyone with information about Richards is asked to contact the Sheriff's Office at 936-760-5800. Refer to case number 23A-151879. Okay, let's go to the Facebook page, number 1. I'm going to pull this over here. So just hang on. Come on there. Okay. So let me pull this over. So here is the page. Now this says, "Hi everyone, I'm Allison." Well, this is the Allison we just heard about, Colby's cousin. There's a lot of confusion and conjecture about Colby's missing person case. This is 3 hours ago she wrote this, so I'm going to post this to hopefully clear up some confusion. Regarding the GoFundMe, Callie is from out of state, and her family is still in her home state, as are many friends of hers. Some have traveled here to help, but most have not been able and want to help some way. There were many non-local people who wanted to help from afar and persistently requested a way to send funds for support. We were hesitant to do so, but set the GoFundMe up as a way to allow them to do that. I arbitrarily chose $5,000 as the initial goal because at the time I set it up for her, we didn't know how long she would be out of work searching for him. Plus, they aren't earning Colby's salary from his full-time job or his part-time coaching while he is missing. We also didn't know if there would be costs associated with search and rescue. We knew that there would be some cost for the search, like flyers, water for volunteers. We were blown away by how many people dropped off water and Gatorade without us even requesting it. In the back of my mind, I was concerned that they may have medical costs if he is found but injured. And I also have concerns that if the worst was to happen, there would be funeral costs. So $5,000 looked like a round number that could work. I didn't ask Callie for a fundraising goal. She simply asked me to help set something up so people could help if they wanted. We also didn't expect to hit the goal so quickly. So I raised it based on what I've noticed was common practice on GoFundMe. You'll notice the second goal has been surpassed, and we haven't raised it further. Regarding the Facebook page, I'm the person who set it up, and I and a couple of others have been helping with moderation. Thank you. Our rules against speculation and conjecture are for a couple of reasons. First, comments about this case across social media have acted like a game of telephone. People say they saw something about him being found or being a runner or whatever, and other people see those comments, accept them as truth, and then the facts end up mixed with untruth, which confuses everyone. There was a point when we were out searching Saturday that someone mentioned Moco called off the search on social media, which sent us as a family into a panic because no one had contacted us. We didn't know if he was found dead or what, and was beside ourselves until we realized it was a misinterpretation of the fact that Moco called off the search for the evening the night before. Second, I honestly don't care if people speculate. It's human nature. We just want to keep it off of the official page so Callie and others close to Colby won't see it. Our elderly grandfather is desperate for news. I can't handle the idea of him seeing inconsiderate posts that will further upset him. This has been an emotional roller coaster for our whole family, and we're trying to protect those closest to Colby from additional heartache and stress. Third, a bunch of excess troll trash comments on the Facebook page hinders our ability to get to potential tips that could be helpful. Every comment gets seen and moderated, and that takes precious time. Repetitive questions are a similar issue. That's why I added the FAQ to keep our comments clear for tips that had sightings, etc. I and the other moderators are balancing communications and moderating on top of our regular full-time jobs and families, and every minute is precious and can't be wasted. To folks claiming that Callie's story has changed, it really hasn't. She knows what he was wearing because he has a pretty simple wardrobe that he wears when he's not at work. Okay, All right. Sorry. Boy. Okay, whatever. He has one pair of tennis shoes, and those were the ones missing from their house. He's usually in a t-shirt and shorts when they're at home. You'll notice there aren't specifics about the color of the t-shirt because she didn't know. They said the color was white. And the shorts description is dark colored because those are the colors of shorts he owns and wears. To those picking apart her choice of words in interviews, she and his whole family are under a ton of stress right now, and sometimes your brain pulls up a weird word when under stress. Yeah, and sometimes it does it for other reasons as well. This happens to me all the time. Choice of word tense gets taken out of context. When it comes to written articles online, all we can do is answer journalist questions and then they write it up, and they often mix something up in the article. I commend the Houston Chronicle as they did a great job of confirming facts before publishing. Thank you, Catherine. Yes, there aren't a lot of facts to go on in this case. We've been reaching out to coworkers to see if they noticed anything weird lately. We have heard that he seemed very tired in the days leading up to his disappearance, zoning out at his work computer. Of course, they have 2 small children, so sleep is often in short supply. We just found this out last night. There are many things that folks want updates on, like results of the dog searches by the county. The county doesn't provide us with updates on the outcome of everything, and we can't always reach the detective in charge, even though we have tried. So rather than post an update that's an assumption on our part, we just don't deal with those questions we don't post, but deal with those questions in the comments. Hopefully this clears up some of the conjecture floating around. Know that we share facts as we have them, and that we want Colby found so we can bring him home. We miss him, we love him, and we are not giving up. Okay, so now let's go to, ouch. 69 comments. You raised that GoFundMe amount. If people want to continue to give, they will. You aren't focusing anyone. I think you aren't focusing. If she means forcing anyone to do anything. Keep the faith and pray. God works in mysterious ways. My advice is to keep Callie off social media. It can cause her more harm than good. Yeah, we have advised her of the same. Excellent post. Praying they find him. This has to be hard on the whole family. I'm sorry you have to explain the need and reasons of the GoFundMe and everything else for that matter. You are an example of grace. We love Colby and are praying continually. We respect your family's privacy as well. May God continue to surround Callie with people who love her. We are here for y'all. Well said. I find it sad that you have to explain yourself. Okay, let's see. Okay. So let me go here. And I want to look for something. Oh, shoot. I almost... Let me see here. Okay. I have So I'm going to look for Callie. Let's see. Okay, now I went through and here's her page. Okay, I went through and read some articles, and in the last post, I read some of her things that she said. Again, it was, how if she didn't know where he was, how'd she know what he was wearing when he left the house? There were things that her word choice about what she talked about with her daughter that I went over in the last video. If you haven't seen the last video, go and watch it, but I'm going to talk about it more here too. So this is her Facebook post. Now this was update. I'm shutting off commenting due to misinformation and insensitive commenting. If you have information regarding his whereabouts, please contact MoCo, non-emergency line, blah, blah, blah. Thank you for your continued search effort. She said, my husband, Colby Richards, went missing this morning. He walked into the woods behind our house and didn't come back. Okay. How does she know this? She says she was laying in bed and had a feeling he wasn't there. He normally goes to work at that time, but he uses the front door, but she didn't hear him getting ready for work, she says. He disappeared with the shorts, a white t-shirt, and gray tennis shoes. But she didn't see him. She said she went in the backyard, she saw the gate open. That's not normally open. So she's assuming that this is what he did, but she's saying it with absolute fact here. Besides that water bottle being found and that there's nothing else, no other evidence, viable evidence. Search and rescue have been out looking for him for the greater part of the day. We need help locating him or any information regarding his whereabouts. We are so thankful for all the love and support and are overwhelmed with calls and texts. Please share this in your Woodlands, Houston area. Okay, then she put 6'3", 195, dark hair, wearing shorts, t-shirt, gray Under Armour shoes. He has a scar above his right eye. Okay, and then the cousin created a page. Okay, to our team. Let I'm sad I could feel it in bones that you. Delta has resorted to screaming tantrum almost immediately when it's time for bed or she knows I'm leaving the room. We have okay. So she's my sister is selling her beautiful home. Okay, and the 2 dogs, right? So, anyway, I'm not seeing there. And then, let me, let me go to, hold on one second. There's something else on the Facebook page. Okay, that's bizarre. Okay, let me go back over here. 5 hours ago. Search today starts at 10 a.m. Same check-in location, although we are searching all over. Now, see, why did the police stop the search? I mean, meet us at the West Windville Circle and Granite Ridge Drive for instructions. Thank you for your continued support. Okay, so here it 1 day ago, the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office has called off their search of the wooded areas near Colby's home. They haven't found viable evidence that he is still in that area. Well, that's not, they didn't say still as far as what I've read, that he was ever there. We have contacted EquiSearch to find out if they are now able to deploy resources, and we're waiting to hear back from them. We are still continuing our volunteer search and reassessing on a daily basis. Currently, we have a volunteer help to coordinate this coming Saturday, so we plan to keep looking at least through then. We aren't giving up. We want to find Colby. This is the strange thing. 1 day ago, if you see Colby, do not approach him as he may be disoriented. Stand back 20 to 30 feet. Call 911 and start recording him in case he leaves. Lots of questions in regards to this post, said the cousin. Okay, why? Here's why. Because dehydration and possible mental distress could cause a missing person to want to hide from others, so approaching him might scare him into running away, losing sight of him and not finding him once again. Take a photo so we know exactly what he looks like currently and can verify it's him. If he does run away, and calling 911 while staying at a distance but in sight of him. It allows the EMS and police to arrive while he is still at that location. We have trained medical health and EMS that know how to handle a missing person once located. We don't want someone to go into shock, or if he is suffering from anaphylactic shock, first responders know how to handle it and get him to safety. Anaphylactic shock? Why would he be in anaphylactic shock? What? This is getting stranger and stranger, right? Crazy. Okay. let me go just make sure that we have anaphylactic shock. What the heck? You may notice that we are searching areas pretty far from Colby's last known location. We are now at a bit over 72 hours from when he disappeared, and he's a very athletic individual. He could walk pretty far in no time. We have search volunteers driving through neighborhoods as part of the search, so if you see anyone driving slowly by your house, please don't be alarmed. Some have been documenting houses with cameras, so we can request they check. If you have a doorbell or security camera, please check your video from early morning on 5/26 through now. Anything out of the ordinary should be provided to Montgomery County Sheriff's Office phone number 936-760-5800, option 3. It's very strange. Now let me go get something over here. Hold on 1 second. I've got to get something. Oh my goodness. What did I do with my copy? Well, I think it's very strange. Very strange case. Extremely strange. And let's see. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it says Callie Richards is just as surprised as the rest of the family by her husband's sudden vanishing. She said, he just kind of walked out and didn't say anything. Well, how does she know he walked out? Sorry, this is bizarre. Wouldn't she say, what if somebody came in and got him? What if, I mean, there's so many other things. Callie said she's struggling to explain her husband's absence to their 3-year-old daughter and 1-year-old son. My daughter knows, she said. Initially, we tried to keep it quiet until we can get more information, but she knows. She's been asking questions, like morbid questions. Well, why would a 3-year-old do that? 3-year-old would say, when's Daddy coming home? Where did he go? Why did he go away without us? Where is he? Morbid questions. She's very smart. So what does that mean? She's put together foul play now? She's very aware of what's going on. Well, what is going on, Callie? My son has been leeching to me. Wow. Okay. Within 1 day of her husband's disappearance, Callie wrote that she was suspending comments on her post about the search due to misinformation and insensitive commenting. See here. I just saw something about a baby that to a well or something. Okay, I'm trying to find. There's something so bizarre about this. I'm sorry. And I want to read more about what she says. Okay. Okay, let's see. Someone says, hey, I've debated on saying this because it seems incredibly improbable that it could be him, and therefore, okay, but I did see a fellow about his, okay. 1, 2. So they're talking about that. Why was he wearing sneakers when last seen? If it was the wife who saw him leave the bedroom before he'd gotten dressed for work. Let's see. I don't know. There's something suspicious here. I don't know. So let me just check something else. Colby Richards. Okay. Okay, we're continuing the search for Colby. Let's see. Here. There's another photo. Let's see. Somebody said the last 2 days have been a whirlwind, while others were relaxing at home over a barbecue and beer. Dozens upon dozens, 51 at one point, and 106 total for the day, came out to fight the heat, snakes, mosquitoes, thick forest, and muddy marshes just to bring him home safely. From the bottom of my heart. Okay, this is go to Callie Richards. Hang on one second. Okay, well, what is this? No way. Hold on one sec. I know I've got it. Okay. Sorry. Okay, so we've got Colby. So he's not listed as Colby on her Facebook. Interesting, isn't it? Did she take him off of her Facebook? What's going on? Was he not on Facebook? Interesting. Very interesting. I don't know. I mean, what the heck? I don't know what she could have done. If she did do something to him, you know, where is he? I don't know. I don't know if they had a search warrant. I don't know if they've been to the house. I don't know if she's been interviewed or something. But there's something going on. I've been up since like 7. The mother claims she did not know her daughter was pregnant. How could it be? What are you talking about? Who could it be? Another sad story. What's going on? What are you guys talking about? The 19-year-old. Oh yeah, that's an old one, right? There's plenty of parents that say they don't know they've been, they're pregnant. Anyway, I'm going to keep looking into this case. I will come back later, but I'm going to just go. I've been going since 7 o'clock this morning, and I've got some stuff to take care of, but I love you guys. God bless, prayers, and we'll talk later.